Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
All right, what's up, aunties and uncles and everybody else in between and over and under? Appreciate you for coming through to another episode of RAERAEs Review. I'm going to be talking about The Equalizer on CBS. We're on season 5, y'all, episode 6. I love this show. My homegirl, well, she ain't my homegirl, you know. That's my girl, Queen Latifah, a.k.a. Dana Owens. In this episode, we got the Lady of Rage all up in there, giving it to us. Child, it was a good episode. I really liked it. I love me a good, who done it. Yeah, and there's some other good stuff in there too. Dee showing her boyfriend to her daddy. Oh, you know how that be, ain't Vi. I think she got a man now. I guess she go both ways because for the last four and a half seasons, she been into women. So hey, actually not the whole series. We didn't really delve into her personal life like that until season 3.5. I don't know, all last season, her and her ex-girlfriend was going through it. So hey. Now she, trying to, see what's up with homeboy. I'm like, oh, so we just, AC doocies. I heard that growing up. I used to crack up. I'm like, what is AC doocy? When they go either way. I said, oh, okay. Anywho, so yeah, that was a good old episode. Like last episode, Mel is back. She's giving it to him. She back to her old tricks. You know what I'm saying? She had to take some time off, going through what she went through. But it's all good. I'm liking Harry. He stepped up. Now he can kind of step back a little bit. Harry really the fighting type. He just shoot. I mean, he'll give you a little run for your money, but for the most part, he gonna carry that whip with. He gonna carry that whip with him on his side. And then we got, of course, Detective Marcus Dante. Now you may hear me call him Marcus. You may hear me call him Dante, but either way, that's the same person. It's a trip because I'm like, wait a minute, who is Marcus? Oh yeah, I kept hearing Detective Dante, and of course, sometimes we say Miss Ray Ray or Mr. Ray Ray. So, I didn't really catch on to his last name until season 5. I was like, oh yeah, Detective Dante. Child. Anyway, I wonder where he's from. That sounds like a wonder if he Haitian. Because it's just a salad bowl out there on the East Coast, child, at NYC. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. The Equalizer. So okay, it's funny how they showed a flashback of 36 hours into the future. Okay, are we doing Back to the Future? It's funny because I just watched Back to the Future this weekend. Michael, I call him Michael P. Keaton. Child. Remember that, Michael P. Keaton? Anyway, Michael, damn, what's his last name? Michael? Child, what's that man's name? Jay Fox. My goodness. Yeah, so they show and I'm like, why is the queen in jail fighting Lady of Rage in jail 36 hours earlier? Child, I'm like, oh my God, now she in jail working a case. Oh my God. Okay, so here we are, like I said, flashback to the 36 hours into the future. Robin is fighting Lady of Rage up in jail somewhere, child. I'm like, oh my goodness. So back to the present. Miles is up. It's early morning. He over there at the house helping Delilah or D with her college stuff. He ain't playing. He's like, Plus, he's trying to, still get with Queen. Well, get with Robin. Ain't by already told him he better be serious because don't be coming over here playing. Ain't nobody got time to be playing. I heard that. And so, and then Robin come downstairs, like, what you doing here? D was like helping me with college. And he was like, listen, this is important. And I don't want to hear no lip. And Vi is with him. So this is important. So they, going over things and whatnot. And then Detective Dante calls, right? So she got to take the call, a little bit over to the side. And, they, pretty much shooting the ish and everything. And then she gets a call from a client ringing her phone. So then she got to hang up with him, child, and go on to see what's going on. So she go over there to the meeting spot. Of course, that's Mel's, not Mel's Diner, Mel's Cafe. And meets up with pretty much the brother of the client. He's trying to see where his sister at. She was supposed to be released. They waited for her. Nothing happened. They went to the respected authorities regarding it. They said she was released. He's like, no, she wasn't, because I wouldn't be here if she was. And they're like, yes, she was. We released her date and time and everything. And he's like, what's going on? So, he had to call and see what's going on, because this is real odd by, Department of Corrections to say that they released somebody when somebody didn't even come out them doors, right? So, like I said, the brother is concerned. He reached out. He was like, where's my sister? And he's telling her, she was a boxer and she got caught up to the point where she was training somebody, accidentally knocked them out. The person never recovered. And, she was found, guilty of, and she's doing her time and everything. She was supposed to open up her own gym. She's fairly young, so she got time to, have a family, whatever that means, and just, live her life. It's not like she's 60 or 70, you know what I'm saying? She's probably like in her late 20s, early 30s. No, I'll probably say mid 30s. And he's just trying to figure out what's going on. She got a whole future, a family that loves and cares for her. And he's just really concerned because this is really odd. So then, Harry jumps in and he finds out another inmate was missing. And now, first of all, we're going through different demographics and ethnicities. Now, this particular person is Spanish or Latin. And the next inmate that Harry finds that pretty much had the same MO, they were African American. And they pulled up the info on the African Americans, and come to find out a year later, they get a box in the mail with their loved one's ashes. What? Oh no, So with the help of Detective Dante, Robin goes in the prison as an inmate and Mel as one of the COs being transferred from somebody. And of course, like I said, old Lady Rage, woo, gives Robin, the heads up or whatever, like, yeah, what's up? Yeah, what's up? You know how they do. Not like they knew each other, but, just acknowledging each other, right? So next we see Vi. She's over at the Popo office doing their community meetings and whatnot. And her friend is trying to convince her to volunteer and, to demonstrate how to protect yourself. And she ends up really, knocking the guy in the face really hard. But that's the dude who kind of showed interest the last time we saw him and her at the community help center. And, so she was just all out of sorts because she hurt the man. And she, how old people is. Oh my goodness. Oh. That was cute. Anyway, So then we see Mel. She's trying to get into the warden's office because pretty much that's where the files are for those specific inmates that they want to look up. And come to find out, there's one particular CO that dealt with the missing persons that Robin got from the brother, as well as the other case that they found. And she finds his name on other names. Mel takes all the information, gives it to Harry, of course, and child, they're working it and working it. So in the meantime, Robin is trying to figure out what's going on. She's trying to, put a word out there. She's trying to find the girl Jenna, the brother that came to see her, because she got a score to settle, right? So, Lady Ray just peeping it out, listening and whatnot. And then so it's chow time, right? And Mel is working Mel is working all around, just, peeping out the scene and whatnot, talking to Harry on her secret device. And Robin sees Lady Rage character, and she's trying to get her attention because this older lady got Robin's attention. Yeah, I heard you was looking for Jenna. Well, the only person I know that can help you is her over there. She points to Lady Rage. So it's like I said, it's chow time, right? And then Robin gets in front of Lady Rage. She said, "Yeah, and I'm about to give me something to eat. What's up?" And so they start fighting. So pretty much that was her way of trying to figure out what's going on, getting, sent to another part of the prison and everything. So pretty much she get jumped, meaning Robin, and she wakes up on a cot somewhere in a nondescript part of the prison or the jail. And she's just trying to find out what's going on. So she sees all kind of prisoners or inmates being brought in, can barely walk, all sorts of injuries. And she's just peeping at the scene, at the same time, they're trying to find Robin, meaning Mel and Harry, because, they haven't seen her in a while. So Mel decides to go to the CCTV room and finds a guy there, and she convinces him to go take a smoke break, and she'll cover his shift for him. Don't worry about it. I got you. So they're trying to look at all the different screens of everywhere, all the different surveillance cameras from where all throughout the prison or the jail. And they don't see her. So next you see Robin. She is trying to ask around, and then she sees more people being brought in. One girl really bad. She almost thought that was Jenna, but it wasn't. So then we move over to a little more light work. We see Dee's boyfriend coming over, and her dad is giving him the 3rd-degree child, and Dee had to reel him into the kitchen and question him, like, "Why are you doing this?" He was like, "Because I'm supposed to." Okay. And she just thought the dad was coming too hard. Girl, let your daddy do what he need to do. It ain't like he trying to rough up the boy and wrestle. He's just trying to, trying to see where his head is at, because he don't need no knucklehead trying to mess around with you, get you knocked up, throw you off your game. You know what I'm saying? So the guy that she's dating, remember, he has his sneaker business. So he ends up winning over the dad with his business plan, because the boy was like, "I don't believe in college, and I'm not going." And I'm glad she is. And so the dad was like, "Yeah, because what you about to do is not going to prevent her. She is going. She has a different path." And so Dee was like, "Dad," and so the guy was like, "Well, it's okay. I understand." So he was very passionate about his work, also passionate about Dee finishing her goals. And, he still wants to be her man, even though she'll probably be going away for college. But at the same time, the dad was pleased because of all of the business plans and projections and all of the project management and everything that goes along with this young boy's business. And, the guy was like, well, you have my blessing to date my daughter. It's all good. But Dee was like out of the preview of the boyfriend. She told her dad, I don't need your permission to date. Yes, you do. You still a child. So I don't know. See, these kids nowadays think they just got, don't have to answer to nobody. They figure, because I'm so-called almost an adult, or I'm at a certain age where I can make certain decisions. Well, you know what? You can't. You're allowed to make decisions. Let's just get one thing straight. Even though kids don't watch, this is for the aunties and aunts who, like me, you know what I'm saying, can guide the kids in the right direction. But I'm sure there's some young adults, adults are 18 in this country and up, sometimes 16, depending on what state you're in. But for the general public, 18 and up is pretty much who is watching my shows and reviews, right? So I'm gonna say this: while you're still in high school and sometimes college, and while you're a dependent to your parents and or guardian, you still need permission to do certain things, especially if you're under 18, because you can't even sign a contract to do anything. It's illegal, because they figure, meaning the powers that be, the laws of the land, figure that your brain ain't equipped enough to understand and handle what comes along with signing a contract of any kind. You cannot sign any contracts whatsoever. Again, that's why the age of consent is 18 for the most part in this country. And if you're under 18, it's a problem. Now, I don't understand why certain things can happen, like, for instance, condoning sexual activity younger than 18 in certain states, but in order to sign contracts, you have to be 18. Child, make that make sense. Anywho, I'm just saying, don't rush getting grown, because there's a whole lot that comes with being grown, and it's a whole lot that you can't understand. That's why you just take your time with it. Finesse a little bit, learn from the elders that you know of, or go get around some elders if you don't really have, a good enough example, because every elder and every elder ain't capable. I'm just saying. And if you want to look me up, go ahead and look me up. There's my info, RAERAE all day, Blue Sky, YouTube, all day RAERAE, IG and Threads. If you need a little, something, look me up. You want to run something by Auntie RAERAE, okay? But yeah, so I was a little disappointed in that part of the story, because she does still need permission to do things, especially things like this. Anywho, back to what I was saying. So, like I said, Miles, her dad, was really pleased with what Dee's boyfriend had to present. And, they had a really good time thereafter. So now we're back in the prison. So we left off where Robin was taken to another part. And so she finds this guard, roughs him up. Now, see, listen. How you rough up a guard from inside the cell? She did it and knocked him out, took the keys, opened the cell, found her way to where Jenna is. Hello. And it's a fight game. So she's being held to fight. So pretty much, Lady of Rage is the ringleader. She's involved in all of that. True prisoner. And that specific guard that has his name on specific inmates' records, he's a part of it. And Robin looked around, and there's civilians there in suits, in suits and all sorts of different clothing. And she's like, who are all these? So she's, trying to figure out what's going on by asking certain questions, just, looking around, and come to find out, it's something that goes on. And it's just, not known to, the powers that be. Well, the powers that be know, But it was just a whole situation, right? So come to find out, now that Robin knows, she's been forced to fight Jenna. And pretty much Lady of Rage was like, this is to the death. I don't give a doggone what's happening. So apparently when that African American family got their daughter in an urn, you can just add, one and one and make two, that she was involved in this too. And since Lady of Rage is like to the death, I'm pretty sure that girl, had to fight to the death and she lost. Whoever she was fighting, because it wasn't Jenna. Anyway, so they got Queen fighting Jenna, and so they put them in the back. And now this is crazy. They put both Robin and Jenna together while they prepping everything, right? Now, at the same time, Mel, who was on the CCTV, the guy came back from a smoke break, right? And then he heard her talking to herself. And she was like, yeah, sometimes I do. And then he put out his phone, was like, where'd you say you were from? So pretty much he was, calling to check up on her, and she knocked him out. I'm like, I'm just thinking about all this stuff Mel is doing, and she ain't got caught yet on none of these surveillance cameras. So anyway, so she puts him in a broom closet somewhere. So she really has to find Robin, because now she didn't committed a crime as a CO. So she's having Harry direct her through all of the different pathways of the jail, so she can, get to Robin, hopefully find her. So Harry is found this nondescript area, which is most likely where Robin is, and he's leading her there. Next thing you know, Mel hears over the PA that they're looking for her, armed and dangerous. So apparently the guy that she knocked out woke up, or someone found him in the broom closet. And he told, and yeah, well, so that new CO. And it's funny how they said the new CO, so and so. That was kind of funny. Anyway, so she heard the call, and so she's like, to Harry, hurry up, they already found me. So he's leading her through the maze of the whole jail, and he leads her right in the nearest direction to where Robin is, most likely. So then at the same time, Robin is talking to Jenna, and she's letting her know, I'm here on assignment. I'm not a real inmate. I spoke with your brother. She's looking like, what you mean, my brother? He told me everything about you. That's why I'm here, to find you and bring you home. She's like, don't even. She said, that's impossible. I gave up a long time ago. And Robin was like, no. This is what I do, boo-boo. So we about to get up out of here. So they devise a plan. By the time they bring them back out to fight, they're doing their thing, knocking each other side of the head, fighting and carrying on. And once the seat, and then so Jenna knocks out Robin, a fake knockout. And then usually the other guards come pick up the one that got knocked out and take them somewhere else to get either recuperated or stay around for the next fight. But then Lady Ray's like, no, I said to the death. I want her out of here. Now she got to go. So they pretty much prop her up, the guards. And once the guards are there with, pretty much in between Jenna and Queen and Robin, Jenna's about to fight, pretty much take her out. And then that's when Robin said, okay, now. So they start fighting the guards that were there in the ring with them, right? So this is their plan, is to fight to get out. And so at the same time, some other guards that were, pretty much watching the fight, that I guess they're the ones that kind of, they're the ones that work inside the jails, right? They come and have their guns drawn, and then Mel comes in and tries to help. And then next thing you know, Detective Dante and his crew come in and let him know this. I forgot the call that he made, the name that he made, but he was like, "Put your guns down, woo woo woo," and it's time for y'all to, it's time to go. So pretty much that was it. So pretty much it was all said and done. What's her name? Robin rescued Jenna, and Mel helped, and Harry and Detective Dante, they all, band together to help and everything. And all is well. I'm so glad it all worked out, child, because I was like, oh, how's she gonna get out of this? Because at first, Detective Dante was like, we don't have any help. So whatever you do, you got to make it count, because the politicians that are over the jails and everything already don't like you. They're not with us on this mission. So pretty much you on your own. And I may not be able to get you out of there because it's the state prison, not the federal prison. And it is what it is. So however you do it, make sure it's foolproof. She said, yeah, I got this. I know that's right, Queen. I know that's right. So like I said, everything is all, wrapped up. Dee's boyfriend is all cleared and good to go with Miles. She pretty much, checked on the lieutenant or sergeant, whatever his title is, who's running the community health center situation. And they make plans to go out. She's like, well, let me take you out for breakfast or lunch, and, to make up for me, almost breaking your jaw. And he was like, I would like that. Pretty much, he was, couldn't wait for her and him to go out, child. And so that's the one cute little, situation that's about to happen. So they're all at Mel's what is her thing? Cafe. And Robin tells Aunt Vi that she has someone to meet. And next thing you know, Robin is meeting up with Miles outside the cafe. And they're just, shooting the shit and, just pretty much making plans and everything. And guess who walk up, child? Guess who walk up? Detective damn Dante. But he don't let them see him. He just walks up and sees her all hugged up with Miles. See, that's what you get for coming around without calling. But that's all he been doing, right? Rarely a phone call. He'll just show up, pop up, just taking for granted that she'll be there. And that it is what it is. You left. So she gonna do what she gonna do, boo-boo. So, he kind of felt defeated and a little disappointed. But it is what it is, boo. Hey. But it's a cute little love triangle between Robin and Detective Dante and Miles. Ooh, child, it's gonna get getting good. What's this, episode 6? We got 4 more episodes, y'all, before the season's over. Ooh, I can't wait. But yeah, y'all, that was Equalizer. I hope you enjoyed this show, and we'll catch you next time. More to come this week. As always, thanks again for tuning in. I'll catch you next time. Bye. All day.